Is U.S. tourism collapsing? A silent exodus is underway. Tourists aren't just skipping the United States. They're actively warning others to do the same. Airlines are slashing routes. Hotels in major cities are running half-empty. Travel forums that once gushed about New York or Los Angeles now sound like cautionary tales. Why? It's not just about politics or prices anymore. There's something deeper, more unsettling happening in 2025 that most travel analysts haven't even touched. What if the collapse of U.S. tourism isn't loud, but silent? And what if it's already underway? These are the top countries where tourists are actively rejecting the United States, and the reasons might make you rethink everything. Number 10, Canada, the unraveling neighbor. First up, our neighbor to the north, Canada. In 2025, U.S. tourism from Canada is unraveling, and it's not happening loudly, it's happening invisibly. Cross-border car traffic has dropped 33% since last year. Major travel agencies are rerouting snowbird travelers, those who typically winter in warmer climates, to places like Portugal and Mexico. Even group trips to Florida, once a retirement dream, are being quietly cancelled. So, what's really going on? Could the Canadian traveler be walking away from the U.S. for good? Data says yes, and the reasons are piling up. Canadians face stricter screenings at U.S. land borders, with reported detentions up 12% in Q1 2025. On top of that, political friction, like electric vehicle tariffs and softwood lumber disputes, has triggered a consumer backlash. Number 9, Germany, trust eroded. Next, we look to Europe. German tourists are vanishing from U.S. airports, and not in small numbers. In March 2025 alone, arrivals from Germany dropped by a staggering 28%. Major tour operators have pulled out of deals in Florida and the Southwest, and German-language travel forums are flooded with posts warning others to stay away from America. So, what changed? Could it be that the U.S. isn't just less desirable, but actually seen as hostile? Since 2023, reports of German travelers facing aggressive customs screening have spiked. Some were held for hours over minor visa issues, others had devices searched without cause. That's not just uncomfortable, it's humiliating. Combine that with Germany's sharp political split from the U.S. on climate policy, global trade, and military aid, and it's no surprise Germans are looking elsewhere. When trust breaks between allies, can tourism survive it? Number 8, Spain, the gamble. From Spain, the warning siren is blaring. Leisure travel from Spain to America dropped nearly 25% in March 2025 alone. This isn't a seasonal dip. Spanish families are canceling U.S. vacation plans months in advance. One of the largest travel groups in Madrid restructured all its 2025 summer packages, removing New York, Los Angeles, and Miami. What replaced them? Turkey, Croatia, Morocco, and Portugal, shorter flights, less stress, no visa drama, and significantly lower cost. Why is Spain walking away? Spanish travelers are facing visa delays and rejections at rates not seen since the early 2000s, with average wait times beyond 180 days in 2025. Then there are the added fees, ESTA processing, biometric updates, and now incoming sustainability surcharges on park entries and hotel taxes in major U.S. cities. It's all adding up. But the real dagger is perception. The U.S. is being portrayed across Spanish media as chaotic, expensive, and unsafe. News coverage of random shootings, political violence, and airport delays are dominating headlines. Number 7, Mexico, losing a loyal base. Closer to home, border traffic is down, cross-border shopping is drying up, and Mexican tourism into the U.S. has quietly dropped nearly 20% year-over-year. That's millions of visitors gone, and hardly anyone's talking about it. What's driving this dramatic shift? It starts with friction at the border. Wait times for legal entry have surged across major crossings, sometimes up to 5 hours. Once in the U.S., Many face aggressive questioning or secondary inspections that leave a bitter taste. And then there's the money. The strong US dollar in 2025 has made American vacations painfully expensive for middle-class Mexicans. What used to be a day of outlet shopping now costs twice as much. So where are they going instead? Colombia, Costa Rica, and even Spain. Direct flights from Mexico City to Medellin have doubled this year. It's not just about escaping high prices, it's about going somewhere they feel welcome. Mexican-American families, those with mixed citizenship status, are now skipping cross-border reunions altogether because of Number 6, France, the cultural divide. French tourists are quietly stepping back from the US, and the numbers prove it. Group bookings to California are down more than 20% in 2025. Interest in American road trips has fallen to a 10-year low. The top French tour agencies are rewriting their packages to cut the US out entirely. What's turning away one of the world's biggest travel markets? French travelers aren't just avoiding the US for financial reasons, they're avoiding it out of frustration. In 2025, visa processing times in Paris crossed 190 days, with multiple appointment cancellations due to US consulate staffing cuts. This is a logistical nightmare. And the cost? With the euro under pressure and US cities hiking hotel taxes and admission fees, the average 2-week trip now costs 42% more than it did just 5 years ago. Number 5, United Kingdom, a vibe shift. British travelers once flooded Times Square, Las Vegas, and Disneyland. But in 2025, they're pulling back hard. UK tourist arrivals to the US are down 18% year-over-year. London-based travel agencies have slashed US tours from their core packages. What's really behind Britain's quiet rejection of the US? It starts. Number 4, South Korea, fear, frustration, fatigue. South Korean travel to the US has fallen sharply, 15% down in early 2025 with no signs of recovery. Even more alarming, top Korean influencers are now publicly warning their followers to avoid the US, not just because of cost, but because of fear, frustration, and fatigue. The unspoken truth. What has been discussed today reveals a quiet but profound shift in global tourism. It's not just about individual policies or economic fluctuations. It's about a fundamental change in how the United States is perceived by some of its most historically reliable visitor groups. The reasons are complex, intertwining economic pressures, political friction, cultural shifts, and a growing perception of unwelcomeness or even hostility.